I don't have an intro song.
What's going on YouTube? So today I wanted to make this video quick, and it's just kind of like a story time mixed with, I guess you could say, a rant. Um so yeah. Today we're gonna talk about one of my favorite topics, which is sugar, because I feel like it's something that in the fitness community it isn't always talked about, and people tend to, I guess, sometimes they cover it up and they talk about other things. But this is one thing that I noticed not a lot of people tend to talk about, focusing on. So so yeah, with sugar, with my experience, so I think the first time I realized that it was bad, I think it was I want to say first semester in college, where I realized it. So basically, I'll give you some background. So um, I think it was like the first month. So I had money and I was just blowing it, just buying sweets and stuff and sugar and candy, etc., etc. After parties and just all the time, just buying sweets and snacks. And eventually, I ran out of money. So, and I didn't have a job, so I couldn't really buy as much as I was doing before. So yeah, I couldn't buy stuff. And I ended up not eating sugar, and I would just eat like the regular stuff that we would have on campus, and the regular on campus food and dining stuff. So yeah, after that, I didn't eat sugar for like a long time. Like I think it was like, I want to say, I'm guessing it was like the rest of the semester. But the key thing that I want you guys to focus on is the fact that I think it was maybe 5 months late, no, not months, sorry, 5 weeks later, I started noticing that like my abs were coming in, and I wasn't doing anything special. I wasn't doing core workouts. I wasn't doing sit-ups or anything. I barely was even running. I was just working out 2 to 3 times a week. And it was just weird to actually see like abdominal definition in comparison to before, like over the summer, 2 months before, where I was pretty much just like bloated because I was taking mass scanners. I was just eating a lot of food, and all of that went away. But the fact that the college diet is different than home, and I was eating less, but the sugar is something I noticed that it really made the difference to sugar and taking away sugar and sweet. So yeah, from my experience, yeah, I remember that happening and people being like, "Oh, like, why do you have abs all of a sudden? Like, you were just bloated." And I was saying, I'm guessing it was maybe the lack of sweets. But the point in the story that I want people to notice is that, yeah, sugar does take a toll on the body. And even going back to like my anatomy class from last semester when I took it, and the professor, he was mentioning sugar and fatty foods and how they affect us. And one of the things that I took away from that was that a lot of sweets and stuff, they aren't natural in nature, and since you can't find them in nature, the body can't properly break them down, which makes logical sense, because that's why I always tell people, where do you find a cupcake in the middle of the forest? So since the body can't break it down, the body gets confused and it ends up just storing it as fat instead of breaking it down into your muscles and using it for energy. So a lot of people and dietitians and trainers, they'll go out on a limb and say, hey, you can have that, I guess, cheat meal, and eat sweets like once a week. But I noticed that when you do that, that little bit does have an effect on you, and you still end up, yeah, not losing the amount of fat and weight that you want to lose. So that's one thing that I feel like people don't really take into account that they really should. The other example was when I was eating on campus. I noticed that I would be eating, and even my friends can attest to this, I would even be eating like 4 plates. And the plates are small, but I would be spending a lot of time in the dining hall eating for like 40 minutes and taking my sweet time eating food. And I didn't gain any weight. I think the most I ever gained on campus so far has been about 5 pounds, and that was just like a quick thing. But even when I was eating a lot, I wasn't gaining anything, and I was eating chicken, broccoli, lean food. But I would notice like other friends and other people, they would have like one slice of cake, and then they would be telling me, "Oh, I'm gaining weight and stuff, and all this, just all the effects that the sweets are having on them." But Yeah, it goes back to the quality versus quantity thing, and just the fact that your body responds differently to sugar than it responds to protein. So with the chicken, I was eating a lot of it, but I wasn't gaining more muscle mass or weight because my body is able to process it. Versus somebody who's eating cake, the body can't process that, and so it'll stick and it'll turn to fat, and then you'll see a difference on them. So the point is that it's about the key thing is that everything really does come down to the quality of the food that you're eating and the type, and just the fact that even though something might be a little bit of sweets, it does have an effect on you more than you think. And the third example was, I think it was the peanut butter experiment that I did. I think it was my second semester, so last winter. Before bed, I had about, I think, 6 tablespoons, 5 to 6 whole tablespoons, not a lot, but of peanut butter a night. And I had that for, I want to say, maybe 2 solid weeks. And then I started noticing I was getting a lot of extra lower belly fat. I was feeling sluggish and slow. Um, yeah, I was just feeling sluggish and slow. But the fact is that, yeah, the little bit, it goes back to what I was saying. Stuff does have an effect on you in the long run. And I wasn't having that much peanut butter, and I was feeling slow, and yeah, it was a lot of extra fat. Even though I was drinking milk, it just still goes to show that a little bit of stuff does have an effect. So I was eating a lot of protein, a lot of chicken, and nothing was happening. I wasn't gaining weight or mass. So yeah, quality of the food that you eat is everything. So yeah, that was my little rant for today. But let me know what other topics you guys want me to talk about. And just like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next video.